YouTube, man, we back again with another video, and today we are going to be doing my 2024-25 NFL tier list. And let me be the first one to tell you, Derrick Rose just retired today, and if you didn't know, I'm the one telling you. Derrick Rose retired today, and I'm depressed about it. I might put the Bulls up in S tier just because Derrick Rose retired today. I don't give a damn about the Bulls. I'm not a Bulls fan. I already root for one weak ass Eastern Conference team called the Toronto Raptors. So if you think I'm gonna become a Bulls fan, it ain't gonna happen to you, dog. I can promise you, it ain't gonna happen. But Derrick Rose just retired, dog. They better retire his jersey. Me and the homies were talking in the group chat, like, do you think they'll retire his jersey? Oh, they better. I said 50-50 chance because, you know, NBA orgs be hating sometimes, but they better. Like 100,000. If Nick Collison has a jersey retired for the Oklahoma City Thunder, you better retire that brother's jersey tomorrow. I'm talking about the first day of the season. I better see Derrick Rose's jersey retired. What, didn't training camp just start? Well, I want to see Derrick Rose's jersey retired the first day of the regular season. Okay? All right. Now, let me tell y'all what this tier list is. Basically, it's just going to be where I think these teams will be at the end of the season. So, S tier, I'm going to put true... Dude, can I type true title contenders? A tier, we're going to go deep playoff team. Play-in team. Let's not go deep. Let's just go playoff team. I don't know why I didn't name these before, but I don't have a brain, I guess. So y'all are about to sit here and watch me do it. I hope y'all are enjoying a nice time. I hope y'all having a really great Friday or Saturday afternoon. I don't know when this is gonna get published. Like I said in my last video, or not. I don't know, because okay, it's Thursday as I record this, right? But Thursday Night Football comes on tonight. So if nothing interesting happens in Thursday Night Football, let's just say the Cowboys blow them out. That's exactly what I expect. The Cowboys win. CeeDee Lamb gets me a good amount of points of fantasy and all as well. Y'all will get this video Friday. But if something interesting happens tonight that I have to make a video on that includes Thursday Night Football, well, then y'all are going to get this video on Saturday. So that's why I'm saying have a good whatever day it is. I don't know what day it is, but yeah. Anyways, this will be mediocre at best. I kind of actually want this to be what I was doing before, like conference finals contenders, playoff team, and then play-in team. And then we're going to go like mid at best. Cooper, flag, sweepstakes. Okay, started with the Atlanta Hawks. No, immediately I was thinking play-in team because that's just when I think of the Atlanta Hawks, I think play-in team. But I think this team could actually be better this year. I expect a jump from Jalen Johnson. Zachary Richardson, he's nothing special, but like he's gonna. I think he should come in. He should be some type of serviceable NBA player. They have Dyson Daniels now, so if he starts, they're gonna have more defense in the backcourt, and if not, they still have the shooting of Bogdanovich if they want to start him. Trae Young is going to be better now than he was last year because it's like him and DeJounte Murray just didn't fit together the way that people thought they would when Atlanta first made this trade, and they just didn't work together the way they thought it would. So Trae Young's going to be better this year. I'm going to actually say that this will be a top 6 seed in the East probably. For now. Now, this might change because there's teams like Orlando, Cleveland, all these teams, whatever, right? So this might change because Orlando should be a little bit better. Now, I'm interested to see we'll talk about them when we get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. Obviously, true title contenders. I don't think I have to talk about this. They literally didn't lose anybody. They got Lonnie Walker in the offseason. Like, they got better, if anything. They didn't lose anybody. Al Horford didn't retire. They're fine. And they, low-key, this team also has more motivation now because Tatum's pissed off that he wasn't getting playing time in the Olympics, or at least he should be. And Jaylen Brown's pissed off that he didn't make it to the Olympics or get the cover of 2K, and at least he should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be pissed off about those two things. So somehow they disrespected the champions, and they gave them even more motivation to go into this season. So I think Boston is my title favorite right now. I haven't picked who I do think Boston's going to win the title. I'm not going to lie. I think Boston's going to go back-to-back with the way things sit right now, but I think about OKC a lot when I think about that conversation. So we'll see. We will definitely see. But I'm liking Boston here. I could see Philly winning it. I could see because like you know how people were talking about Jokic before he won his ring last year or 2 years ago in 2023. People were talking about him crazy. They was calling him a fraud the way they were calling Joel Embiid a fraud, and it's like, well. Now, it's different for Jokic. Jokic was missing his 2 best players in the years before that, whereas Embiid wasn't. So, like, don't get me wrong. I'm saying it's different, but it's like it could be similar arcs. You know what I'm saying? This could be the year for Embiid to at least make a conference finals, but we're not getting there yet. We're not there yet. I think this is obvious. They're trying to lose actively. They traded back for their first-round pick, so they are actively trying to lose, and I think they're going to be able to do it very, very successfully. I don't know if the Hornets are going to be quite this bad. Like, in these teams, I'm thinking maybe four teams. And I don't know if the Hornets are going to be quite this bad. The Hornets should be decent. The Hornets could potentially be a 10 seed. I think they're probably going to be like 11 or 12. But, like, I don't think they're quite down here, but I don't think they're quite up here. Like, I think the Hornets could be pretty good. Because let me think about some other... Like, this team should be bad. The Trailblazers shouldn't get any better this year. The Raptors are going to be bad. The Jazz might be up here too. But we know the Nets are going to be down here. The Pistons are going to be better. Like, there are teams that the Hornets might end up moving down here. Please don't get me wrong. They might 100,000% end up moving down here. But for now, I'm going to keep them at mid at best. Or am I? I'm kind of talking myself out of it the more I think about what teams are going to be up here. It's like, are they really on the same level? Because how bad do I think the Spurs are going to be? Wemby's going to be better. They should have more chemistry. Chris Paul's going to help them out. Harrison Barnes is going to help them out. Those are vets that they need. I think the Spurs will be better this year. Now, unfortunately for them, they're in the Western Conference, whereas like the Hornets are in the East, so it'll be easier for them to be the 11 seed than it will for the Spurs, who will probably be still the 13 seed. For now, I'm leaving the Hornets in the top of Cooper Flex sweepstakes, meaning they'll be the best team out of this bottom tier for now. For now, that's where I'm leaving them. Chicago Bulls. Mid at best. I don't think the Bulls are making a play-in spot this year, but I don't think they're quite bad enough to be the Cooper Flag sweepstakes just because Zach LaVine's going to get them some wins. Nikola Vucevic isn't a complete bum, so he's probably going to get them some wins. Kobe White is good. Ayo Dosunmu's pretty good. Josh Giddey's he's a person. Lonzo Ball, he'll be coming back. We'll see what Lonzo Ball will look like. Probably nothing crazy, but we'll see. Modest Buzella their potential as a rookie. Like, Patrick Williams, will you ever live up to that 4th overall pick potential? No, but you might be able to do something. You know what I'm saying? You were injured, so you might be able to do something. But I don't think the Bulls are going to be quite in the play-in anymore. I think the East did get better, and I don't think they're going to be good enough to be like a 10 seed anymore. I think they'll probably be 12th. I think they'll probably be like a 12 seed type team. I almost want to put them here, but I'm not going to do that. Because I haven't seen enough from this team for me to put them here, but I think this is a team that'll probably be a 50-win team again. Like, they were a 50-win team last year, and I think they'll be a 50-win team again. I think they got a little better. I just think it's not necessarily that they got so much better. It's more like Evan Mobley, I'm expecting a jump from him this year. I don't know what it is that's making me and a lot of other NBA fans just like expect a jump from Evan Mobley this year, but I am expecting it. The Darius Garland-Donovan Mitchell thing isn't really working out because you have two small guards in the backcourt that both kind of need the ball, so it's not working out great. But Darius Garland also had a down year. I think Darius Garland will have a better year this year. And it was like Donovan Mitchell was cooking when they had all those injuries and everything like that. Donovan Mitchell was the sole reason that they were winning games. So I think Donovan Mitchell is a top 3 at the very worst shooting guard in the league. So I think the Cavaliers will be a 50-win team, and I do think they'll be better than the Hawks for sure. I don't think they're quite here in the conference finals because the Sixers are there, the Knicks are there, but I don't think they're quite up here. I don't think they are quite up here, and I haven't seen enough from them to believe that they're quite up there yet. It kind of feels blasphemous to not put them up here. So I'm going to, because like last year, who thought they were going to make it to the finals? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to put them up there? Who thought they were going to make it to the finals last year? Not me. I had them losing in the... Did I have them losing in the first round? Who did they play in the first round? I don't remember who they played in the first round, but I might have had them losing in the first round or second round last year. I don't remember, though. Actually, was it conference finals? Because it might have been... I think I might have picked Denver or Dallas conference finals. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I think I'm going to put Denver here. I think Denver got worse this offseason, very noticeably worse. I think Michael Porter Jr. is a guy that they need to see some new things from because he's making money to be a scorer and all this, but then in the playoffs you have games where he's taking 2-3 shots, having 4 points. He's not putting pressure on the rim. He's not getting to the free throw line. He's one of those guys that I think y'all need to have a big season. They're putting a lot of stock into Christian Brown, into Peyton Watson, into those guys, so... We know what Aaron Gordon is. We know what Jamal Murray is, and we damn for sure know what Nikola Jokic is. That's not my questions or my concerns about this team. My concerns about this team is the fact they lost KCP and Bruce Brown in back-to-back seasons, and then that's just Michael Porter Jr. has not lived up to that money that he's being paid. I'm going to put the Mavs up here because I do think the Mavs are better than the Nuggets. I think the Mavs are for sure better than the Nuggets, so I'm not going to put them on the same tier. I think they're a good amount better than the Nuggets, but they're not just as good as the Celtics. And I know for sure there's one other team I'm going to put up here above Dallas, at least one other team. So we'll put Dallas right here. Detroit. Detroit could be a play-in team. I know, I understand. There's a team that literally just lost 20-something games in a row, 28, 29 games in a row last year. I understand that. But they got better this offseason. I could see Detroit being like, this is the Eastern Conference. This isn't the West. I could see Detroit being like an, because let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9 teams out east that I can confidently say are better than Detroit. So they could very well be that 10 seed. And, with injuries and everything like that, they could even be a little higher. I'm going to put the Detroit Pistons in play-in team. Maybe that's blasphemous. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I don't know anything about basketball. And if I'm wrong, y'all can all make fun of me at the end of the season. But for now, I'm putting the Detroit Pistons at play-in team. I think they're better than the Bulls. I don't think they're this good, but I don't think they're going to be mid. Well, I think they're going to be mid, but they're going to be mid enough to make a play-in berth. That's what I think about the Pistons. They're still going to be mid. They genuinely might be under 500, but that in the Eastern Conference might still be enough to be a play-in team. You understand what I'm saying? Mid at best means like, I'm going to change this tier from mid at best to like 11 through 13 seed ish. That's what we're going to change. That's what we're going to change this to. And Swedish, bro. Like, did I not hit the X? My good lord. That's what we're going to change that to, because this is a team that I think very well could be very mid, very mediocre, but I think that in the Eastern Conference could be enough to make it to the play-in. So, yeah. It hurts me. It pains me to do this. They got better. I think they got better. I think the loss of Clay is kind of big, but I do think they got better. I think their depth got better. I think their bench got better and everything like that, but they didn't add a star or anything, and the West got better too. Like, it's not like they got better and their competition didn't do anything, stayed stagnant, or got worse. They got marginally better, whereas other teams in their conference got a little bit better than they got. Like, I feel the same way about the Lakers, whereas the Lakers didn't do a damn thing besides draft, so I think they may have gotten a little better because I'm kind of high on Dalton Connect, a little higher on Dalton Connect than I think a lot of other people are. Maybe I'm delusional, but I'm a little higher on him than a lot of people are. So, like, I think they're in a similar situation to the Lakers, except I think they got better than the Lakers did this offseason. Now, the Lakers still have the better duo, so the Lakers, I think, will probably end up still being the better team than the Warriors, because you never know. Draymond's probably going to cause some problems, everything like that, and you also never know what's going to happen come trade deadline, everything like that. Like, I think some of these teams could look different come trade deadline. The Warriors, the Lakers, the Cavs, like, these are teams that could look a little different come trade deadline. Pelicans, like, these are all teams that I think could look, slightly, if not slightly, then pretty different come playoff time. And I think the Knicks might do the same thing, go for center and look at the different come trade deadline, second half of the season time. So I'm gonna put the Warriors right here, but it pains me to do it because Steph Curry's my favorite player in the NBA. So yeah. The Rockets, I think they're also gonna be right here. I think they'll be better than the Pistons, but I think they'll be worse than the. Do I think they'll be worse than the Warriors? Kind of, I don't, actually. Now, that's depending on one thing and one thing only, Jalen Green. Jalen Green has to hit that number 2 overall pick potential, or at least get closer to it this year, for them to be better than the Warriors. Last year, they came close to being better than the Warriors. They came close to being just as good as the Warriors, but they weren't quite good enough. Ime Udoka, I think, is a really, really good coach. I genuinely do think he's a good coach. Reed Shepherd, we'll see what he turns out to be. I like Jabari Smith Jr. I like Alperen Şengün. I think this team has a lot of potential. And I think in a few years they'll be better than they are right now. And I think this is a team come trade deadline that could look very different. This is one of those teams that you could see be buyers at the deadline, depending on how good they're doing come deadline. So I'm going to put the Rockets at play-in team, and they might move depending on, because there's a lot of other teams on this list. Like, so far, I already have 4 Western Conference teams out of the top 10, so I can only pick 6 more. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's literally the 6 more I can pick. So it's like maybe, you know what I'm saying? Because I think the Kings will be better than the Rockets this year, so the Rockets might move down and go to 11 seed again, which just sucks for them. But, like, that's just how the West is. Or maybe I'll move the Clippers down to the 11 seed and say they missed the playoffs, which I might actually end up doing that. But, like, the West is just so deep that there's at least 10 teams you could put in just playoff alone. So thank God there's a play-in now. But yeah, Pacers, playoff team for sure. But will they be better than Cleveland? Pacers, playoff team, but will they be better than Cleveland? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say they will not be better than Cleveland. I think it'll be similar to last year, where it's like Cleveland's just a little bit better than them. Now they're gonna have Siakam for a full season this year, so that's gonna help them. That chemistry with Siakam looked good come playoff time and everything like that. Siakam's a big reason why they made it to the conference finals. Same with Nembhard and everything like that. Nembhard's probably gonna be better this year. I get all that. They got but they lost Jalen Smith. We'll never know what's gonna happen with Miles Turner. Maybe something happened with him at the deadline. I doubt it because now I think they kind of have hope, and I don't think they need to trade Miles Turner anymore. I don't think he's gonna be in as many rumors anymore. But like you never know, because he's a guy that teams will be interested in. I'm going to put the Pacers behind the Cavs, but I'm going to say they'll be a playoff team. Apologies. Clippers. I kind of talked myself out of putting them up here. I'm going to say they'll be the 11 seed. I think they will be barely, because I think the Rockets will be better than them. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I have a little bit more hope in the Rockets than I should have, and that's very possible because, like I said, this hinges on Jalen Green. This hinges on Alperen Sengun being what he thinks what a lot of people think he can be. Now, I'm not super high on Alperen Sengun. Like people are like, oh, baby Jokic or all that. I'm not like that. But I think he's a very good NBA player, and I think he has a lot of potential, and I think that if he has a big season this year, this team will be a play-in team at the very minimum. So I'm going to put the Rockets up here. I'm going to put the Clippers down here. Kawhi, are we going to get another 70-game regular season from him? Probably not. James Harden, what's he going to look like? Garrett Jones Jr., that's a good, you got some depth and everything like that, but, like, you also lost Paul George. So the West also got better. So, Jay, your two best players are 1,000 years old. So, yeah, Clippers fans, it's a tough life. Tough life you're living. I'm going to put the Lakers up here, and like I said, the Lakers have the better duo, but the Warriors did get more depth this season. I'm going to put the Lakers here. I think the Lakers will be a little bit better than the Warriors. I think the Warriors will have another year where they'll be like a 9-10 seed type season. I think the Lakers will probably be right around that mix as well because I think the Kings have a good chance to be better than both of them. Same with the Pelicans and, some other teams down here. Like Memphis is another team I didn't even think about. I don't think Memphis is missing the playoffs. So Houston might have to... Okay. I think the Lakers will be better than the Rockets. So one of these teams might have to drop because I don't think Memphis is missing the playoffs. If Ja Morant's fully healthy for a season, they have their full core back together. I don't think they're missing the playoffs. They're going to have Zach Edey, so they have a center to replace Steven Adams, who's I'm pretty sure he's on the Rockets now. So, oh man, the West is tough. This is going to be a long video. We're already at 17 minutes. This might go to 30. I'm not going to lie to you. This might be a 30-minute video. I hope y'all got some popcorn, got a meal with you or something, just watching it, doing something. You might even be playing it as background music or background noise. But whatever you're doing, you can leave a like. You can subscribe. I'd appreciate all those things. Channel's trying to grow. I'm grinding, as y'all see, putting up 5-6 videos a week every week. So I'd appreciate, a little subscribe. Or if you don't like the content, you don't have to like the video. But, comment. Tell me what you want me to do better. Tell me what you think some content that I should get into is. Tell me what you think that I could be doing better, and I'll try. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people that thinks my content's perfect and I'm just not growing because I don't have the exposure. No, I'm one of those people that thinks I can always get better, and I'm going to keep grinding until my content and my success gets to the point where I want it to be. And even then, we're going to keep grinding and keep on moving the goalposts. But anyways... Do I think that... No, the Kings... I'm sorry, bro. I don't know. I don't think the Kings are missing the playoffs at all. I don't think the Suns are missing the playoffs at all, especially now that they have a true point guard. I do not think they're going to use D-Book at the 1 this year. I think they're going to actually use Tyus Jones, or at least I hope and I pray they use Tyus Jones. Now, Yusuf Nurkic sucks, so we'll see. But New Orleans, it's interesting because I think from all indications, they're going to be running a small ball lineup with Z at the 5. And I don't think that's the worst idea ever, but defensively... And interior defense-wise, that's not great. But the good thing about it is you have Herb Jones on your team. You have DeJounte Murray on your team. You have Trey Murphy III on your teams. You have good defenders on your team. And Herb Jones is one of the 5 best defenders, to me, the best perimeter defender in basketball. So, your defense isn't going to suffer too much because you have that perimeter defense. But I think the rebounding is where things are going to get tough for New Orleans. New Orleans could be a team that could be as high as, the 4 seed or as low as, the 11 seed for me. And a lot of that depends on Zion's health. It depends on the rebounding. It depends on the lineup because they don't have a center. I know they have Yves Messi. I think he's a rookie, right? But still, bro. I don't think he's gonna score. I think they're gonna at least start the season with the 5, with the Zion at the 5, and run a small ball lineup. I don't know what's gonna happen with Brandon Ingram come trade deadline and everything like that. I have no idea. Oh, bro, this is tough in the West. All right, let's move on. The Heat. I think you need a season where Jimmy Butler plays like he actually gives a damn about the regular season, and I think if you get that, I think you're going to be a playoff team, and I think you missed the play-in. I think, okay, 4, 5. So that's 5. So I can fit one more up here, and that's it. And that's probably going to be... Oh, I can't do that. Atlanta's got to drop down. Atlanta has to drop down. Do I think Atlanta's going to necessarily be a better team than the Lakers? No, but I think Atlanta will have a better record. Just because they're playing out east where everything is easier. Now, maybe they won't have a better record. Maybe they'll just be a little bit of a higher seed. That's very possible as well. But I can't. The Knicks and the Magic, maybe not the Magic, but the Knicks and the 76ers have to be somewhere up here. So, like, I can't just have, I can't just have all these teams right here because, like, one, the Knicks are probably going to go somewhere up here. The 76ers are going to go somewhere up here. So that's 3, and then that's 6. So I can't put another Eastern Conference team up here. The Bucks are going to have to go to, the Heat are going to have to drop, actually. The Heat have to drop. Because the East got better, bro. The Heat have to drop because I'm going to put the Bucks are better than both these teams to me. The Knicks are far better than both these teams to me. The Magic, I don't know. The 76ers, yes, better than both these teams to me. Man, this is tough. I'm not going to lie to you. This is actually a lot tougher than I thought it would be. When I just had this brainstorm, this idea, this is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I think the Grizzlies will at least make the play-in. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think the Grizzlies will have a better record than all 3 of these teams. So those are my 4 Western Conference play-in teams for right now. The Rockets might drop out. The Warriors might drop out because I think these two, I kind of want to put they just have the best player. And at a certain point when teams are this close to where I think they're going to be this close in the standings, I'm just going to go with the team that has the best player. But at the same time, Steph could get hurt. He's 35 years old. Draymond could do Draymond things. Ime Udoka is a phenomenal coach, but Jalen Green, there's a lot riding on him, on his shoulders this season. Pause. And I'm going to go here. I'm flopping a lot on this video, bro. Like, on this one, I'm not 100% certain on anything, but, man, it's tough. I'm going to put the Bucks up here. I think the Bucks got better this season. I think they got more depth. I think we've seen a full season of Dame. What is going on? We've seen a full season of Dame in Milwaukee now. I think he'll have a better season this year. He was going through a divorce last year. He was getting reacclimated. He was getting acclimated to Milwaukee and everything like that. I think we are going to have a better Dame Dallas season this year, and I think because of that they're going to be a seed that's a little higher than they were last year, where they were like the 2 seed, 3 seed for like a super long time, and then they dropped it and they choked it, and they ended up being what? I think they actually ended up being the 3 seed, but they were the 2 seed for a long time, and they were like in danger of dropping down to like the 5 seed or something, so it was insane. But this is tough. This is definitely tough because I think I'm going to put the Timberwolves up here for sure, and I think the Timberwolves actually, to me, are higher on the contender list than the Mavericks are, just because, I don't know, I think the Mavericks' defense on the perimeter is going to struggle this year. Their defense as a whole, I think it's kind of going to struggle this year. Not as a whole, but definitely on the perimeter, I think it's going to struggle this year. Clay's not sitting in that chair like he was back in his prime, or at least I don't expect him to. Now, maybe with him being the 3rd offensive option, maybe they'll ask him to, or maybe Jason Kidd will be able to get him to buy into that role more. Maybe, for sure, maybe. Like, the question is who's guarding them when they have Clay, Luka, Kyrie all on the floor? Well, the other question to me is who are they guarding? So, I don't know, but I'm going to put them up here for sure. I think New Orleans is going to be a better team than all of them, but I don't think it's going to be like... I think they'll probably be like a 6 seed. I think the Pelicans will probably be like a 6, 7 seed. I'm going to put them as the 6 seed for right now and leave these as at least 3 for sure staying in my play-in, because I just don't think the Warriors are going to miss the playoffs completely, but I could see it, actually. Like, I could very well see the Warriors missing the playoffs completely. Not just the play-in, but like not just missing the playoffs, but missing the play-in completely. But Steph is so good, bro. Like, Stephen Curry is actually extremely good at basketball. But they haven't surrounded him with a star, but maybe they'll get one by deadline time. Maybe they'll get one around the deadline. As this team is currently constructed, the Warriors might drop down to here for me. And I'm going to drop them down to here for me, for now. Because I think the Kings will be somewhere up here in the play-in race. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the Warriors down. I'm gonna drop the Clippers down. The Rockets, I'm gonna leave there for now. I kind of want to drop the Rockets instead of the Warriors, but I'm gonna drop the Warriors instead. I'm going to drop the Warriors and not the Rockets. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm dropping the Rockets. Sorry, I can't. I'm not doing that. Maybe I'll be wrong, and maybe that's bias talking. For sure, could be. I won't be mad at you if you tell me it is. I'm dropping the Rockets. I'm going with the better player, Steph Curry. Sorry. I don't think the Knicks are true contenders. I do not think the Knicks are true contenders yet. I think they have too many question marks at that center position because will Mitchell Robinson stay healthy? How good is Precious Achiuwa going to be? How good is Mitchell Robinson going to be when he's healthy? Like, how good is Julius Randle going to fit with this team? I think they are a true conference finals contender, but I don't think they are a true title contender. I think there is one true 100,000% title contender in the East right now, and that is this team. But there's one in the West, too. Give me OKC, boy. Now, let me see how many playoff teams I have in the West right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. We're good. We're cooling because I still have the Kings and I still have the Suns. So we're good. All right, perfect. All right, and then in the East, I have 1, 2. Oh, wait, no, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have one more I can put up here and one more I can put down here. That makes sense. Okay, and then up here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have one more I can put up here too. Well, then we're just going to go ahead and go here. I'm going to put the Nuggets above the 76ers. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't think the Nuggets are good. I don't. I genuinely don't think the Nuggets are that good. I think the 76ers have a better chance to win the conference finals than the Nuggets do this year. Or maybe now to make it. I'm going to say to make it to the conference finals than the Nuggets do this year. Now, if they get there, I think the Nuggets will win it because they just have that experience where Embiid never played in the conference finals. But I think the 76ers have a better chance to make it this year than the Nuggets do because I just am not sold on the Nuggets because they lost KCP, and I think that's a big loss. I'm not sold on Michael Porter Jr., so I'm going to go with them here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then play in. We have 7, 8, 9. So I can put one more team in there. Well, I'm going to put the Magic, and I think they will be the highest seed out of all these teams. Is somebody vacuuming in the apartment above me? Is that what I'm hearing? Or somebody outside like doing... I pray y'all can't hear that, but y'all can probably hear that. One of my cologne bottles just fell on the ground. That's phenomenal. It's beautiful. Love that for me. What did I just do? I think that... Oh, no, the Magic. Yeah. The Magic, I think, are a team that could very well be the playoff team and that could force a team like Indiana to be in the play-in. I could 100,000% see that. But I have questions about the Jalen Suggs point guard minutes. I have questions about what that three-point shooter is going to look like because Franz Wagner's three was literally fell off a cliff last year. Now, could it get back to what we think it can be? Yes. I think Paolo's going to be a better player. But I have questions about the Magic. Now, they had a great season last year, making it to the playoffs and everything like that. I was proud of them. I'm not mad at them at all. But I'm going to put them as a play-in team this year. I think the East got better, and I think they got marginally better for sure. KCP's a big add. But them Jalen Suggs point guard minutes are minutes I have questions about, so we're going to put the Magic in play-in team. The Phoenix Suns, I'm going to put you in playoff, and I'm going to put you above the Pelicans. So right now we have 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, 5 seed, 6 seed. Yeah, I think the Suns with the true point guard this year, I think their offense is going to be even better than it was last year, and their offense was good last year. I think their defense should be a little bit better than it was last year because Tyus Jones will play some defense. Now, he's not going to be Herb Jones or Drew Holiday or anything, but he'll play some defense for sure. And I think Tyus Jones adds things to that team that they need, and I think they got some much-needed depth in this offseason that are going to help them because they can't do too much. Like, what is that noise? Is that vacuuming? Like, stop. I'm trying to record a video, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna put the Suns up here, and I think they'll be better than the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans just have more questions than the Suns do this year with not as much top-end talent. So yeah, Portland Trail Blazers. Go ahead and get right down there. I don't have too much to say. DeAndre Ayton sucks. You didn't really do anything in the offseason. Scoot Henderson did not look as good as I thought Scoot Henderson would look. Anthony Simons why can't I think of his name right now? Anthony Simons and what's his face? Shaden Sharp. They're like always hurt somehow. Like I never noticed how much they be hurt, but they be hurt. So yeah. And then the Kings, I'm going to put you here in the play-in. I'm going to put you here in the play-in. I'm going to say that you will be the highest record team in the Western Conference play-in tournament. And I'm going to put Memphis like right here-ish too. I think they'll probably have a better record than Miami will. No! That is somebody. Is that what that is? Oh, it's somebody leaf blowing or is it vacuuming? It might be a leaf blower. I don't know, but it makes me want to shoot someone because I'm sure y'all can hear that and it makes the video quality probably a lot worse. So maybe I'll have to start screaming. But yeah, the Spurs. Well, let's go back to the Kings. Their offense is going to be better this year. DeRozan, he's not going to be sitting in that chair like he was, but now you have two of the clutchest players in basketball with him and De'Aaron Fox. That offense is going to be good. I think they're still going to leave Malik Monk on the bench to have that spark plug off of the bench, but I think their defense might even be a little bit improved this season also, so we'll see about everything like that. And yeah, I think the Kings will have a good season this year. I think the Kings will be in the play-in. If not, I could easily see them in New Orleans flip-flopping and being, them being in the playoffs and New Orleans being in the play-in. I could see that. I could see them being a little higher in the playoff race for sure, but I could also see them being like the 10th seed and being lower than these other teams that I picked, so we'll see. The Spurs, Chris Paul will help, like I said. Harrison Barnes will help. They're going to have new vets. I think Devin Vassell's going to look better. I expect Wemby to look a lot better, even, which is saying a lot because Wemby had a phenomenal rookie year. But I'm expecting him to look a lot better. Now, progression's not linear, so we don't know, but I'm expecting him to look better. So I think the Spurs will be better this year. I don't know if they'll have quite as good a record as the Hornets will, because the Hornets are in the Eastern Conference, which has been a theme that y'all have seen in this video. I'm going to move the Hornets up. I am going to move the Hornets up because the Wizards are going to be down here. I think the Wizards will be, like, right here. The Wizards suck. I'm going to put the Jazz up here, and I kind of want to put the Jazz, like, right here. Like, the Jazz, I have some decent talent. Like, I think Keontae George will be a little better. Lauri Markkanen looks good, like always. I want to see him in the playoffs like a lot of fans do, but we haven't yet to see that. And I think the Jazz will be a team where it's like they're going to be in that little weird spot that, like, the Bulls are in, the Clippers might be in, the Rockets might be in, where it's like, damn, we're good. But we're not, well, no, we're not terrible, but we're not good. Like, that's the spot they're going to be, you know, like, we're okay, but it's like the rest of the conference is just so damn good that we look like ass. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like that. And then the Raptors, they might genuinely be down right here. The Raptors will probably be right here, and that really depresses me to say. I'm not going to talk about the Raptors too much because that actually hurts my soul. So, yeah, that's what we got, bro. That's my NBA tier list for the 2024-25 season. I'm excited for this season. I think there's going to be a lot of parity in the ABA. This is going to be one of those years where it's like there's going to be a few good games probably every single day that basketball's on that I'm going to be intrigued in watching, and I love that, especially when football season's over. So, yeah, bro, I'm excited for the season to come back. We got, like, what, a few weeks now, I think? Like 2, 3, not 2, but like 3 weeks-ish, I think, now until the NBA season's back. So I'm excited for that. But, yeah, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. And I just yapped for 31 minutes. So let me get a like if you liked it. And if not, tell me in the comments that I'm a bum and that my content sucks and tell me what you want to see differently. All right? All right.